If you don't like my hair out there in podcast land, just know it usually looks a lot better. Don't judge me. Had a long day.
Nobody looks at your hair but you.
It's 5:45 p.m.
Did you work today?
No.
Oh, what was your long day?
A lot of sex.
With yourself
Yeah.
with Pamela and Ristina?
Pamela.
Pamela
And is Jill.
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 Oh, I haven't heard that one. Oh wow. Hi Jill.
Yeah.
Ew.
And I also got some new tattoos.
Which one's Jill? Yeah, let's talk about your tattoos. Let's start the show.
Well, what do you want to talk about this week aside from my tattoos, Eric?
The same thing we talk about every week, Amir. New England clam chowder.
Live to tape from Vancouver, it's Eric's Living Room, a show best listened to in the nude, featuring Amir Ali. And now, the man who still hasn't paid me for voicing these intros, here is your host, Eric Chapman.
Welcome to the living room. I'm Eric. He is Amir, and this is a place where it's okay to poop yourself. You can't be embarrassed here. There's nothing you can say that isn't embarrassing. So go ahead and let it fly.
I don't want to poop myself, though.
No one wants to, but it happens.
Why is New England clam chowder on your mind?
I've been craving creamy soups. I'm a huge soup fan.
I loved clam chowder before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
When was the last chow you had?
Would have been like over 10 years ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I used to get the chunky can ones.
Red or white?
White.
Oh, like the chunky, like the
brand. Yeah, there'd be like little chunks of potato in them.
Yes, I know of this brand. I'm not a huge fan, but there's this local place that does a chowder in a can. It's like $10 a can, but it's real good.
I never got a chance as a non-vegan to have like actually fresh made chowder, sadly. There was that place that was popular, remember? They found a rat in it in Vancouver.
Oh shit, the rat place.
Yeah.
I do remember
Crab
that.
Park Chowdery.
There's a rat in the kitchen, what am I gonna do? What do you put in a vegan chowder?
I mean, you could pretty much do the same stuff instead of like clam. Maybe you do like chunks of tofu or something.
Big old mushroom, maybe?
Mushrooms and
that
chowder.
That would be good, yeah, that's a
maybe
good
some
one.
potato still.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because chowder, like, I mean, the clam is good, but like a potato chowder's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
just a plain old potato chowder.
You don't even really taste the clam. It's mostly just even like the texture of the chewy. I like the texture of a clam, though, that's for sure.
You like the texture of the clam? Cooked or raw? I guess no clam. I'm thinking of oysters where you do the raw. I can't do those because it's gross.
I used to love oysters, actually.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah.
Good texture didn't bother you?
No.
Oh, shit, okay. Mental health check. Is it possible to have several, I don't want to call them midlife crises, but several, like...
I think so.
Like, yeah, right? Like, just... I want to change. I want something to change. I want some change. I need a change.
Are you having one right now?
Yeah, huge one.
What do you want to change?
I want to change. I want to live in like a weird place. Not a weird place. That's a dumb word. A different place.
Like not Vancouver?
Not Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's pretty serious?
I don't know, man. I'm exploring it.
Has any place come to mind yet?
Yeah, I'll probably never leave. Let's be real. But yeah, like, no. But like, and maybe not now, and maybe in like 10 years, 15 years. But I feel like I want to experience living full-time somewhere else. And I don't know what brought the craving on, because I've been thinking about it a lot. But it's like put me in this whole like sort of crisis mode. Again, crisis isn't the word, but it's just like thinky mode, just ponderous.
Maybe it's all the Tokyo Vice you've been watching.
Oh, I finished it all. It's so good.
Would this be like off the grid kind of living, or
no,
that doesn't
matter? That's the plan already.
Oh, yeah,
anyways, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this wouldn't be. This would be like still working time.
I don't know if I've had my midlife crisis yet. There's been a lot of moments of trauma throughout my life, which all felt like crises at the time.
Crises.
But I haven't had that moment where people like, I don't know, like have a nervous breakdown or something, or like really question everything that's happening in their life and need to like rewrite it.
Yeah, see, that's not, I guess rewrite that not that extreme. That's why I didn't want to say crisis, because it's not that extreme for me. It's just this like interesting want that I've never had before, just to explore and be somewhere else. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But I love it here. I don't want to move either. I love
Yeah,
this town.
I
love
really
this
like it
fucking
here
town.
too, which sucks.
Why?
Because it's there's so much to love here, but there's so much to not love.
What's not to love?
You know, stuff around finances.
Oh
and
yeah, but I mean, where
money.
isn't that a problem?
That's
Where are you gonna
true.
go where that isn't an issue?
That's true.
Fuck, it'll just because you move to like somewhere that's affordable. Let's say like
Alberta.
yeah, Alberta. Okay, and you're making 6 figures. Let's just say, fun time. You got the quad, you got the ski-doo, you got the sea-doo, you got all the redneck shit.
Is there even a place to drive a Sea-Doo in
Bro,
Alberta?
there's lakes everywhere.
Oh
I grew
yeah,
up
what
on
am
lakes.
I talking about?
I grew up
It's
on
like
lakes.
Banff and shit.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of places, man. Wizard Lake.
Pardon my ignorance, Albertans.
But you get there, and then that's just it. You have to get a car, because you
Yeah.
have to have a car in lots of places in Alberta. It's not transit friendly. So
Yeah.
boom, you're paying $400 a month, whatever it is, and then all that stuff adds up, and you're just broke with a Sea-Doo,
And you're
a
contributing
tan.
more to their already shitty environment in
Yeah.
Alberta.
and your neck is red, which is fine too. But it's just the same
Will I
shit.
even get a
different
redneck
pop.
if I start living in
Oh,
Alberta?
bro, yeah, you will.
Oh no.
Oh, hell
Okay,
yeah.
I guess I'm not going to Alberta.
You will. What do you call it? Assimilate.
No.
Yeah. Oh, how you doing? What's your head?
I'm good. I'm real good, but
Yeah?
I had this like weird thought today, this urge to send someone I'm no longer with an angry email and just like put it all in there and like with expletives and like how dare yous and like telling them that they're a terrible person.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that, but
You've had the urge.
I've had a major urge today specifically.
This is a former lover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why today? What's going on? What triggered it?
I don't know. I guess there's maybe been stuff subconsciously percolating about it and just like thinking like I guess once you're far removed from a situation and there's been some time away from a situation, thoughts pop up. I don't know, maybe subconsciously things have been, percolating in the distance that I've had now.
Yeah.
And then like looking back it's just like holy fuck, how how did I keep going back into something that was like blades through your back, like literally being stabbed in the back multiple times and going back to it. And it's like there's like an injustice there that I don't feel like has been addressed soundly. And I get angry thinking about the fact that these injustices that they've committed, the people around them in their circle will never know that part of this person. Yet I think they present themselves, and not just this person specifically, in any situation like this, they still present themselves as people who are, good people. Not to say that they're overall a bad person, but I don't know. It's complicated, and I wish that I'm not saying that I'm perfect either. I've done shitty things in relationships.
Yeah.
But
why do you feel stupid? Is that why? Are you angry at more yourself than them that you want to write it?
There's
because
a
of
lot
what you just described.
There's a lot that I am definitely angry about. There's a lot that I definitely do feel stupid about. Like again, stupid for going back into a situation that I know wasn't something that I should have gone back into.
Yeah.
But also just some people are just I feel like some people are just fake and they present a side to their people differently than I don't know, people who they're in a relationship with. And I just wish that certain people could see them for who they really are, I guess.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to let go, for sure. Let's write the letter right now. What would you write? Dear
Blank.
such and such.
How dare you? I can't believe you could do those things. Like, I honestly can't. Another thing that came up today in conversation with somebody else was the fact that they knew that I was someone who had grown up in, pretty traumatic conditions, and trust was always a big deal and something that, because of the world that I grew up in, was hard to do with people, to trust them. And they knew this, and it feels like if someone who you think is close to you knows these things about you, that they would do a better job of protecting you from these things. So I feel really bitter about that I wasn't protected more with them knowing these things about, I guess the world that I grew up in.
Yeah. Man, lessons in letting go, dude.
Definitely.
That's definitely difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Some exes I just want to throw things at.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, because like one of my most recent exes, I didn't get any closure on it, and I don't feel like anything I said was heard.
Yeah.
And one time, like we did like retouch base at a moment, you know, because I asked for some space, and then it was just like it wasn't really a back and forth. It was just them jumping everything that bothered them on me, and I was just like, you know, I don't want to do this. Because we're over.
Yeah.
So I'll just take it. I'll just sit and take it and just walk away. But it left me with not a lot of closure. So I guess a lot of closure, that's kind of my fault.
I don't know if you've been
it's better.
in situations or relationships where you're accused of being manipulative, even though there was nothing that you did at all that bore any resemblance to, you know, any behaviors that could be confused with manipulation. It was just a tactic from them to, like, I don't know, paint you as the bad guy or something like that.
Not really. No, not really like that. I guess, no, not really. No.
Yeah, I dealt with that. And it was terrible.
Yeah, and that's tough. And again, I think a lot of egos involved, and which is fine. It's not I'm just saying it's part of what we hold on to, holds on to, because, you know, it's, if you think about it in a lot of other situations, but there's a lot of emotion attached too. It's a relationship. But any other situation, you could probably let it go and just be okay. Yeah. But it also speaks to how you've probably felt for this person too, because you probably like them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot. And that's what you said about lessons and letting go. I think the word lesson comes up a lot for me in hindsight, thinking about that. And I'm honestly really thankful and grateful for the lessons that relationship taught me. Because I think it'll help me navigate any other relationship in a very different way. I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel like every relationship that I've been in, I've learned something really valuable about future relationships.
Oh, yeah.
I almost feel like you have to go through, you know, at least 4 or 5 relationships to actually find one that's solid and that you're fully ready for, because you've learned all those lessons.
Yeah. Yes. I agree.
You agree?
Yes.
I don't understand people that have, like, been with their high school sweethearts forever and, like...
No, that weirds me out. I always, sadly, when someone says or I see it, I'm like, oh, yeah, what? Okay. How many boyfriends you got? How many girlfriends you got? Who's cheating? What's going on? There's no way.
Right,
I can't even comprehend that. Yeah. Yeah, I find, too, like, with the woman I'm dating now, lovely Leslie, I find sometimes I'm reference my past too much.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? When it's fresh and new, and you're like, oh well, this ex, and you're like immediately like, oh shit, I shouldn't.
Yeah, you can bother the other person that way. I think if you bring that up too much.
God damn, yeah. I mean, she's really great about it, but I'm still like, really self-conscious, and because you're kind of just you're reliving the lesson, and as you. It's kind of like when you're setting boundaries in the new relationship, right?
Yeah, like this person did this. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again. So
I think that's healthy. I think you need to do that in a relationship.
But you feel like a dick when you're for the 4th time in a conversation. Oh yeah, my ex, and you're like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not 4 times in one conversation. maybe work on that part.
Okay, I'll try. I don't think I can though.
I had another question.
Yeah.
Which was, do you think it's possible? And this might sound like a stupid question. That's an easy answer. That's possible for somebody else to ruin your life.
Momentarily.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I think I would agree with that. Momentarily, sure.
In the long run, fuck no. Fuck those cunts.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, there's like, things can happen, say, in your job, professionally, or your relationship where shit gets ruined and thrown off track. And you're not ruined, and it's how you pick yourself up and all that rah bullshit. And I'm with that, but there's a moment and there's some time where it's like, yeah, you ruined some shit for me, man. Fuck you.
I didn't think about it I was only thinking about it personally, but professionally, absolutely. Yeah. Like if you lose your job, especially in a city like this, your life is ruined, and there's examples on the street every day. Of people whose lives have been actually ruined.
Well, I don't know if her life was ruined, but a good one is the Sonic Morning Show host Angela Valiant. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, recently, like, I'm sure her life is not ruined, but like, you know, as just in a professional manner, she first comes to mind because she got ripped off.
Yeah, maybe not Sonic. Ruined, but uprooted for sure. And like, you need to start from scratch now. Like, I can't even think about those words in a sense of like my own reality. Like, to start from scratch after all you've built.
Yeah.
You've had to go through that.
Yeah.
That's why you're still kind of going through that.
Yeah, I'm still rebuilding now. I'm still trying to make something happen for fucking sakes, fucking fuckers.
Yeah.
And see, yeah, like I've never let go of the anger, and I never will.
Yeah.
But I don't hold on to like, God. I was actually the other day. It was about last week where I thought about all the shit that happened to me for the first time in months, and I was like, oh, awesome. At first, I was like, oh, awesome. I haven't thought about this forever. And then I was still like,
the work stuff.
yeah, the works of me getting all this stuff that happened in the past, and but I was still like, fuck them, fucking losers. They're still. I will not let it go, and I have not forgiven anybody. But yeah, it was nice to not have thought about it.
At the same time, while I think you can look at things and be like, oh, they ruined my life. I'm thinking of like not my last relationship, but like one from a while back.
Yeah.
I kind of felt that way, but this was before I got into radio, and I feel like I had actually hit rock bottom. There was a period of time where I was just like literally living in my bedroom for a good 6 months. And just sulking and not eating, and I lost a lot of weight. And then I started working out, and from the ashes of my life at that point, I feel like I got something from being at rock bottom.
Oh sure.
I don't know if you can really feel how good it feels to not, or to be in a good place until you are in a really bad place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Right, if you haven't experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't it feel really good, like in a way, to lose all that weight? Like you look great.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. I'm
if you want to lose weight, just get really depressed.
Just get anxiety, because that's how I'm like sometimes during depression, because I have anxiety and it keeps me svelte. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, I look good, and I'm like, it's not healthy, but I look good.
I did feel that way. It was actually more pronounced for me because it was a relationship that I was in Toronto, and I remember I came back, and one of the first things my mom said to me was, "You have gained a lot of weight."
Oh.
Because I was I guess stress eating when I was in the relationship.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until coming back and sulking and being depressed that I lost it. So it was like it felt extra good because my mom called me fat, basically.
Thanks, Mom.
Like, come on,
Come
man.
on,
of all
Mom.
the people I need right now to not make me feel even worse. My own mom.
Yeah, they're bad for that. Sometimes when you're with friends, or like, especially female friends, they're like, and you hear stuff like that, it's like, oh, damn, Mom, don't say stuff like that. I want to like you. Like, you're horrible.
I need to take this opportunity to I don't know if you can see.
Oh, yeah, your new
my
tattoos.
New tattoos. This is
Get right in there. Hold on, let me frame it. Bring it up.
Can you see this guy?
Okay, come in a little more. Down. Yeah, there you go. Just hold it still.
You see the Kool-Aid man?
Yeah, we see the Kool-Aid guy, yeah.
There's the UFO.
Okay, up a little, now hold still right there.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
So Eric was asking me earlier about the Kool-Aid man, and it's not just random.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've told you this story, but you have forgotten, I guess.
I guess. I don't like you, so I don't pay attention to you.
Oh, it feels really nice right now.
Oh, thank you.
No, that's the
Not
tattoo.
Thought my insult make you feel good.
You know what brand ambassador work is, right? Like
Yeah.
those people that are in malls,
Yeah, yeah.
promoting shit. I was one of those people for a long time. It started with Nintendo when the Wii came out, and we were demoing the Nintendo Wii for people before it was released. Eventually, I got into food promo stuff, and I started doing promos for Kool-Aid.
Did you dress up as a Kool-Aid person?
We had the Kool-Aid Man mascot. I got to
Really?
wear
You
the
did?
Kool-Aid Man
Oh, did you
mascot.
really?
Yeah, and I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh yeah, I was doing that.
Oh,
And we started in Abbotsford at the Agra Fair.
Yeah.
And we had this big little compound. We had Dance Dance Revolution. We had a Kool-Aid station where people could come and grab Kool-Aid. And it was super hot. So we were
grab the
super
Kool-Aid
hot.
man, or
No,
a
no,
Kool-Aid drink?
actual drinks.
Okay, yeah.
They would dispense it.
Yeah.
And after that, we took the whole thing to Penticton to Peach Fest.
Oh shit, nice. Oh, that's
And
fun.
It was fun. We had
Yeah.
a motel right by the lake and stuff like that. And I was a good boy then. I was a good Muslim kid still.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you're a certain age going to Peach Fest and not a good Muslim boy, you can have a lot of fun.
Everyone else was having a lot of fun.
Yes, I bet.
Drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just
Women, men,
yeah,
and you just sat around.
yeah. I was just watching.
But you
and
still had fun.
I still had
in your
fun,
way.
but
Yeah.
in this one night I was in this motel so I had tried weed a couple times.
Oh shit.
And had never gotten really high from
Yeah.
it. So one night I was sitting in my motel room. I think I was alone at this point, just watching shit on my laptop after a shift. And Ray, my supervisor, comes in and he's like, "Hey, Amir, you ever gotten high before?" And I'm like, "No, not really." And he said,
Mhm.
"Do you want to?"
Mm-hmm.
And I think because I was so far away from my family and stuff like that, I felt brave enough to be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So he rolls up a fat joint.
Yeah.
And I smoke it. We smoke it in the motel room. And I'm just sitting at the floor, like staring at the wall. And then suddenly the wall starts to like shift and like turn. And I had the giggles for like the next 2 hours. I would say this is the first time I got actually high. And later on that night, everyone was hanging out in the parking lot. And one of my colleagues offered me a Corona. And that was also the first night I had alcohol.
Oh, wow, dude.
So my
You're
whole
a fucking
world,
degenerate. Yeah.
my whole world exploded that night, and it was all thanks to Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
Give me your best. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah! I did it better when I was in the suit.
That's not bad, man. You see, I'm afraid of mascot suits, though, because I wore the Sea Fox mascot once, and it was like, it stunk. It had been peed and puked in, and it was really gross.
The Kool-Aid Man suit actually had a tiny fan in it, but it didn't work.
Oh, wow.
And like in Penticton and Abbotsford that year, it was
Damn,
boiling
yo,
hot.
Yeah.
The next morning after that night, where it was a fucking wild night,
Yeah.
I had to walk in a parade.
Now, was it a wild night?
It was actually
like
a wild night.
Really? Was it? Was
We
it
went-
a Muslim 12-year-old
No,
wild night?
it was wild.
Okay,
I remember we
okay.
went to like a club in Penticton afterwards.
Yeah.
And the actual manager, not Ray, I'm not going to say his name.
Oh, come on.
His
Let's call him Colin.
his Colin.
Colin.
His partner was there, a woman.
Yeah.
And they were
Suzette.
also quite drunk.
Okay.
And he told me to come grind on her.
Oh.
I was like, okay, sure.
Really?
And then we went back to the hotel or the motel, and
With
everyone
Colin and Suzette?
and everyone that was on the team, and
okay.
everyone was like skinny dipping in the water after. It was a wild night. I didn't do any of the
Wow.
skinny dipping. I was just
Okay.
watching from the beach, but
Oh, that's pervy, bro.
yeah, all again because of Kool-Aid, man.
And you an alien?
And what?
Are you an alien?
I am an alien. Yeah, that's what the UFO thing. This is
Okay.
actually the ship that I came from.
What planet are you from?
No,
Gronicon?
I've just always, and I know you have as well. I've just always resonated with like alien
Yep.
shit and UFO stuff, but this is gonna be the season of ink for me. I'm gonna cover this arm up soon.
Are you just going to get random dumb ones?
No.
Oh, okay. Because that's fun, too.
Yeah, I want to keep it somewhat symmetrical and shit, you know?
Have I told you my first tattoo story?
No. These aren't my first. This is my first.
My first tattoo, which is there. It's very faded. I got it when I was 19. I was getting booze with a friend.
18,
19
okay.
years old. I was getting booze at the liquor store. We walked out with our cases, and this guy walked up with the briefcase, and my friend was like, "Hey, what's that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's my tattoo gun. I'm just opening a shop. I just got out of jail, and I learned to tattoo in jail." And my friend looks at me, Reed, and he's like, "You want to get a tattoo?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's get a tattoo." And we both paid $80, and we just got tattoos.
What is the tattoo?
It's just a stupid little dragon.
That's pretty cool though, actually.
gotta
I
get
like
it
it.
I let it fade because I hated it.
How do you let it fade?
Well, when I didn't take good care of it at the start,
Mm.
yeah, because I had tattoo regret.
Oh,
But
no.
now I like it because it's
No.
corny. And yeah, I'm gonna get a sleeve anyways one day. But yeah, the summer of tattoos, good for you, man.
Yeah.
That's pain.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pain.
It's okay. I actually kind of
Really? Eh?
I got this
Are you a weirdo and you like that shit?
I was going to say, I got this crow like 11, 12 years ago, and I've always craved it since. And one of the reasons I've been craving more is because I like the feeling. I know. Maybe I'm a weirdo. I don't know.
Fucking weirdo. People are like that though. I get it.
Like what? Like weirdos?
They like weird shit.
Anyway, I wanted to touch on the Apple Top 100 playlist, but we don't have time. So maybe we'll talk about that another time.
All right.
But what do you want to talk about next week?
Same thing we talk about every week. Hamir. Empty space. It's not actually empty.
I was reading about that
Oh.
recently too. Weird.
Boobs.
Boy, am I glad that's over. Eric's Living Room was filmed live to tape in Eric's Living Room. Written, directed, and produced by Eric and Amir. For Eric's Living Room, I am Abby DeForest. Please send help. A Teeny Turner production.